Welcome to SkillsUSA News.
On this edition, we are going to be covering the issue in foster care.
Yeah, more specifically, teenagers and the struggles they go through in the system.
All this and more to come on SkillsUSA News.
Welcome back. We're your hosts for today. I'm Angel Morales.
And I'm Zoe Carvajal.
Many children grow up in the foster care system without a family to support them. This includes approximately 4,000 children in the United States, 35% of them being teenagers.
One of the biggest challenges of teens being in foster care is trying to go through the process of being an adult without having a support system. This has an effect on their mental health and their stability.
The idea of a stability is not having two parents living in the same house. It's about feeling that you belong somewhere, that you have a sense of belonging and attachment to your parents, siblings, extended family members, friends, community members, and teachers.
Additionally, teens in foster care struggle to maintain connections as they repetitively lose friends and siblings as they move in and out of different foster care homes and schools.
They're afraid against a ticking clock that they must have their life planned by the time they turn 18. They must find where to live, where to work, and where to find ends meet. This causes a lot of them to not being able to attend college with a 3% attendance rate.
We had the chance to interview a group facilitator who works at different schools running therapy groups to help students cope with their problems.
She's also a foster youth advocate that helps people understand how to help and those in need. And she has a few words to say.
So I am a group facilitator and I work with South Coast Community Services. So I pretty much go into different schools and I just run therapy groups and teach kids about coping skills. So it's a really good job and it's very rewarding. In California, there's over 60,000 kids in the foster care system, and in the U.S., there's over 400,000 kids in the foster care system. And of those, more than 24,000 kids every year, I believe, they age out of the foster care system. So those are kids who were not placed back with their families. Those were kids who were not adopted, and those are kids who kind of just have to navigate the world on their own without a strong family support.
CASA is a great way to get involved and help the kids grow a bond and show them how to manage their life.
It's very important for them to create these bonds and get the experiences because around 24,000 kids a year age out of the foster care system.
Aging out of foster care systems would mean they were not placed back with their families or getting adopted and left on their own.
It creates problems for them when they age out because they fall to drugs and stealing and end up in jail.
Yes, studies say that 37% of teens who age out of the foster care system end up in jail, left with charges that keep them in jail.
Studies show that they end up in jail because they have no support system and it feels like that's the only way out. So we need to support them as much as we can. There are also different organizations specifically for the foster youth. For example, California Youth Connection is a great organization that helps with foster youth to change the legislative system and create better laws for foster youth.
That is something you can volunteer for and become a mentor as well.
Thank you for joining us on SkillsUSA.